Ladies and gentlemen, join us for a live stream where we talk about Bitcoin moving, talk about an accomplishment we have on our channel, talk about life in lockdown in Los Angeles, and
hang out.
News, opinion, grab a beer, grab a coffee. Everybody smash up the likes and let me share my screen. Boom.
Alrighty, team, 9 minutes or 300 likes.
Yeah, 9 minutes or 300 likes. I'm going to grab a drink. Do you want a drink?
I'll grab a drink. Oh, grab me that beer. Actually, what are you drinking?
Some wine.
Okay, that sounds lovely.
I bought some wine, in anticipation of hanging out with a girl. I bought it like a week or two ago, some white wine. And that doesn't look like it's happening because the governor of California and the mayor of Los Angeles and the president and the World Health Organization says stay at home. So I guess I'll be drinking the wine myself.
Hey, not everybody can find love. Okay. Excuses.
True.
Actually, I'll get my beer in a sec. I'm going to tweet this out.
All right. Well, I can just grab it for you if you want.
Nah, I'm going to get the koozie. I'm doing the whole koozie. Hey, you guys at home, grab a brew, a little brewski, a little water, whatever you're drinking, and let us know down below what you're drinking. What's up, Jeremy? And where you're tuning in from. Big John Stromitis in the house. What's up, man? 8 minutes.
Or 300 likes.
Or 300 likes.
It gives us all a little bit of time to grab a drink and just like see who's here in the comments, right?
I love that.
What else are people doing tonight? You watched Tiger King. What else you doing?
I like that. Okay.
And once again, guys, this is legitimately just a hangout. It's going to be pretty casual. We released a video, normal 10-minute video, 4 or 5 hours ago. It's all about the halving, which is 35 days away, and really the bigger impact on the halving. So if you haven't watched the video we released prior to this, make sure you watch it.
Whoa, Sandy says it's a massive conspiracy against you dating, dude. Whoa.
Yeah.
Could be right. Never thought of that. Get that yeet. Big John says he just finished the last Tiger King. Things got real.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Who is Carol Baskin's? Did she take care of her husband?
Yeah, obviously Carol did it. I don't think anybody's defending her. Jer, what's up, guys? Jer in the house. Johnny Boy is triggered. Oh, we got Little Rock, Arkansas down there. Hey, by the way, again, this is just a hangout today. We give you concise content every day of the week. Today's just a hangout. But by the way, we tweeted out the link to this live stream. If you have a question, you can also comment underneath that tweet that we just tweeted out. Ricardo Correa. Hey, Max is having a beer. I like that. All right, we are up to 85 likes, so the 6 minutes stands.
Cool. Hey, good to see you guys. Once again, if you want a normal, concise, informative, valuable video, make sure you check out this one. This video is all about the halving, which is 35 days away, and all about the bigger impact. And I reference a lot of experts. So make sure you watch this if you haven't already. Until then, we're going to do a little hangout. Got plenty of stuff to talk about.
The comments right there.
Jacob F. Where in Ohio are you from? We're from the northeast part of Ohio, like a suburb of Cleveland. Originally, yeah. So we grew up right next to Lake Erie. Get the lake effect, snow in the winter. That means feet and feet of snow.
A lot of Polish food.
Amish people. We were neighbors with LeBron. He's from Akron.
Team, 5 more minutes.
I remember our dad, when we were in high school, talking about LeBron, how he made a huge mistake by not going to college and by going right to the NBA. Yeah, LeBron made the mistake. I think we're going to start off talking about the price first, and then we'll get into, I want to talk about some hot gossip too. So I'm going to start off talking about the price, but then we're going to get into some rather cringe-worthy things. I don't know. It just, to me, this stuff is like cringe. We're going to talk about Roger Ver, Peter McCormack, and Richard Hart.
Jeremy says he's got that screwball whiskey that he's drinking. It's Monday night, buddy.
Screw whiskey.
Exactly. Let's see. Nash can't attach images to chat. Thank God.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. All right, guys, everybody hit that like. Starting very soon. How many people are tuning in at the moment?
Let's see.
It's going to be more fun the more people tune into this. And the only way more people are going to tune in is if we get a significant amount of likes.
We have 267 people tuning in, 128 likes. 100 people are still holding out.
100 people still holding out. So we will be waiting.
They're waiting to see if we deliver the goods before they decide to give that like. And if drinking and hanging out is the goods, then
yeah. I'm very generous when I'm like watching other people's videos. To me, it's just automatic.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Is LA in lockdown? Deacon Kennedy, now more so than ever.
Yeah, we are in lockdown. They say that we're going to be peaking in like 1, 2, 3 weeks. I don't know. Something tells me the coronavirus hasn't begun to peak. Or it could, you know what? We're playing it safe. We don't mind, what keeps us busy is Bitcoin, this YouTube channel. Also, Austin and I are in the process of editing 2 short films that we produced and starred in. One of them I wrote, and that's about I wrote it about the tragic life of a YouTuber who chooses YouTube over art. And yeah,
speaking from personal experience.
No, not at all.
Hey,
yeah.
Jacob F said 100%. Appreciate you, man.
What do you mean 100? Oh, okay, cool.
He's doing the stickers.
Oh, cool.
I like this.
I didn't know you could do anything besides that one goofy guy.
A dancing pear or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Todd Trost, all of California is locked down. I mean, it's a ghost town.
Also, another podcast we do, not as successful as the YouTube channel Altcoin Daily, but another podcast we do called Surviving Hollywood Podcast. We just did a podcast with a, maybe if you're older, you don't know him, but if you're younger, pretty famous comedian, the next big thing, Mark Normand. And
great guy.
We broke it up into clips and stuff. And one of those clips is going viral. I mean, it's like we've released the video. It's already got thousands and thousands of views. Well, maybe
if you don't know what we're talking about, we're going to show you. Stick around. I do want to say something I found funny. Doug B says, you boys shower today?
Together, yeah.
You ever heard of lockdown? Why would I?
No, I mean, I think that's why we both kind of look like we showered a few hours ago. That's why our hair is a little bit damp.
Well, I think he thinks greasy.
Well, yeah, I don't wash my hair every time.
Hey, Crypto Mike says, I'm here in Pasadena. Cool, man. LA in the house. Delilah Andre says, hello from West Hollywood.
Anybody who wants to come by. We're going to take your temperature right as you get in the door. Okay, we're almost ready to begin. And
Doug liked that. He said, LOL.
Cool. What is everybody doing tonight? Like, what would you be doing on this lockdown if you weren't going to tune into this? And this is probably only going to go like 20, 30 minutes. We're going to get to everything right in the beginning. So should be good.
366 people watching, 205 likes. I'm liking where that's headed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people get it.
Just kidding. People like that Crypto Mike's from Pasadena. Let's see. Oh, Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello from Wisconsin. Whoa, Bitcoin Centric's coming by.
All right,
Party animal.
We got to take his temperature right as he comes in. Hello, I'm from Mexico. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, let's begin, guys. Everybody who, let's do it. Once again, guys, if you're tuning in for the first time, hit that like button. The more people who like the video, the more people who will join this live stream and the more fun we could have. And before, I want to start off talking all about the price and just talking about, our opinions on what's going to happen with the price. We're going to transition into talking about Roger Ver versus Peter McCormack. And then I want to talk briefly about Richard Hart. I mean, these guys kind of seem like, look at how weathered this guy looks, in my opinion. Like, we need to talk about that. And he's not making YouTube videos. Maybe we'll get to some other stuff.
But first and foremost, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. What did we do?
We did two things. First off, Altcoin Daily hit 168 subscribers. That's you.
This just turned.
Just turned a couple minutes, maybe half an hour ago.
If you were the newest subscriber, let us know.
Thank you. And also Bitcoin did it.
What did Bitcoin do?
We're pumping. We're higher today than we were yesterday.
That's right. So if you watched, this video from earlier, which again, I recommend everybody does, we go more in depth talking about exactly the significance of the halving, which is coming up in 35 days. But within this video, I kind of talked about the fact that we broke out of this triangle, which was a pattern a lot of people are seeing. I'm definitely not the first to show this to you. And we did, after grinding up for 25 days, we did break out. And in that video from today, I said that I think seeing Bitcoin under a $3,000 Bitcoin and a $4,000 Bitcoin, I don't think we'll ever see again. $5,000 Bitcoin, I'm not sure we'll ever see again, although of course it's possible. Now, what do you think?
I think first and foremost, we're not financial advisors, but yeah,
it's just your opinion, bro.
Talking to your buddies.
Nobody, not even a financial advisor, can tell you.
I think that there's the only uncertainty in my mind is if for some reason,
the fact that nobody has jobs, businesses aren't running, nobody has money.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the economy is shut down. If the traditional economy would go down another 50%. Not saying it will, or 30% or whatever.
Oh, I thought I changed this box, by the way. It says Austin.
Oh, I think you can.
No, whatever. We can just leave it.
Maybe you didn't save. Austin.
Yeah, I'm Aaron, though.
Aaron. Todd says, congrats on the channel. The 168.
Thank you. But you were saying about how you were a little skeptical on the price.
I'm saying that I'm saying this is what we don't know. We have never seen in human history world governments tell their people that we're shutting down the economy. Usually it's the opposite. They are forced to shut down because of something else. This was proactive. What is that? How does that play out?
So I want to present to you the most bearish, bullish scenario. Are you ready for that? I want to present to you a bullish scenario, but the most bearish, bullish scenario. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
And, full credit where credit is due. I was watching Tone Vase, who I know is a controversial figure in the space, but, I like him.
He knows TA.
He knows, I like him because, he's been wrong as much as he's been right. I think he's been right more than people give him credit for. But what I like about him is just his fundamental analysis on Bitcoin. Because anyway, this is an idea he presented on his channel. I'm going to try and draw it for you. And if we can just give me a second, Austin, what's going on?
Crypto Time says Hotlanta. I guess it's hot down there. Crypto Mike. Some people know him. So great to have Pasadena's own Crypto Mike in the chat.
Is he like a YouTuber?
I have no clue, but
Crypto Mike, who are you? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, man. A local boy from Pasadena. That's who he is.
So this is very similar to what I was talking about. And this is the most bearish, bullish scenario in that, like I said, we never see 3K again, never see 4K again. Maybe we'll see 5K again. Maybe we won't, but it is possible. And this is a bullish scenario. We could grind in between this range for months. And this range right now, this is on the daily chart. It goes up to 9,900 tomorrow. And it goes down to, basically 5,000 tomorrow. And then it just gets closer and closer. So look at this. We can get all the way through 2020, be in 2021, and we can still be making higher lows and lower highs and just be coiling up. And can you imagine starting 2021 with a price of basically where we are now, 7,200?
I think the longer we show stability, I think that would be better longer term.
But can you imagine making a series of lower highs and higher low, but lower highs, and then being a year from now or a year and 6 months from now and still be at the same price? And then after that's all over, then we see, the pop out, kind of like what we've seen in the past.
I could imagine it, and I would love it. I think the longer we can have some stability, the more stable our growth would be.
So you don't mind trading sideways for a little bit because you think the longer we stay, consolidating, the bigger the breakout will be.
I think that we shouldn't expect, although it's nice, although we can kind of, see it right here. We shouldn't necessarily expect every day to have higher highs. I think it's the healthier version is trading sideways, like you said, and that honestly that could be till the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Crypto Mike is a tuber from Dina. He watches us every day.
Cool.
Appreciate you, Mike. We'll see you at the local Sprouts, maybe.
Did anybody in the comments have anything to say about the price before we move on to some, different stuff?
Let's check the chat.
Everybody look at the chat, but I think we're going to move on.
We got Argentina in the house, Jimeno Santo. Let's see. It would be 1.5 years. Oh, it would be, he says not till the end of the year. It would be 1.5 years. There's a breakout. That's right. 619. If you're in the US, I mean, you should go by whatever your government says to go by. The longer it stays below 7K, the more I accumulate.
Okay. Well, hey, I wanted to show you this. And right after this, we are going to talk about Roger Ver, Peter McCormack, their fight. And I want to talk about Richard Hart. Maybe some people have some opinions on this. But real quickly, what do you think of this art?
I think it's Bitcoin versus the monster. Bitcoin as a protection against the monster.
Who's the monster?
Well, that's up for interpretation. The coolest thing I thought about this was how moving, if you're like a total noob out there when it comes to Bitcoin, people see this art. How moving is that to say, wow, somebody cares about this so much that they're creating art with it? That's the coolest thing in my opinion. Not what the monster means.
That somebody took the time.
Exactly.
And somebody took the time to it looks like they made this in Microsoft Paint or something.
Respect. Who is that monster to you?
To me, this looked like the Loch Ness monster, but maybe I'm taking it too literally.
And who is that gentleman?
A Rasta guy. Looks like he might play football.
I would assume Scottish if it was the Loch Ness monster.
And obviously the monster is like the Fed or the traditional monetary system, and Bitcoin is keeping that at bay.
Hey, Paul Castellano says, what about the crypto lawsuit filed the other day, the class action? Not good for the crypto. Oh, that's a question, but then he answers this question, not good for the crypto space.
That's what you talked about in this video, right?
Exactly. And in my
44,000 people watched this in one day.
I think that's important information. I hope more people see it. We were one of the first channels to break it that I saw. But I think that the hardest part, it's a class action lawsuit.
Well, the lawsuit it's a class action lawsuit, and they're suing just tons of big exchanges talking about the shilling of unregistered securities.
Big exchanges and the Tron Foundation, EOS Foundation. I think the hardest part is trying to prosecute people that have, Binance is registered in Malta or whatever. I think BNB is an unregistered security, but how are they going to? I
mean, the thing is, all altcoins, except for technically Bitcoin is not a security, that's for sure. Ethereum has been ruled by the American courts to be not a security, but everything else, it is possible that they could rule every other altcoin as a security. And then people could get in trouble for, shilling unregistered securities. That's why whenever we do paid reviews for an altcoin, we always disclose, in the bottom of the video, or
you have to
let you know. Well, some people don't do that.
Well, I'm saying
because we get emails and sometimes we accept paid reviews. But either way, we're seeing these people who want to do a paid review with us. And then a week or two later, we see these YouTubers and they are talking about this coin. And no, they're not disclosing. So
also just to wrap it up, Jemson gets it. He says, how is the lawsuit bad for Bitcoin? It's not. It's bad for some altcoins.
It's bad for altcoins
who, these foundations may have They're accused of preying on the consumer, having you crowdfund their business.
But you're not, if you hold an altcoin, you're not going to get in trouble. To the best of my knowledge, it's
against the companies.
Yeah, it's against like the CEOs and stuff.
And those altcoins that are based in other countries like BNB, they can make it very, they can't stop the Asian markets from going after, from buying them, but they can make it very hard for half the world, the Western markets.
That was a really good question by Paul.
Paul's the man.
I like that. All right, let's talk about Roger Ver and Peter McCormack. Did you see this?
I have not seen this.
Let's talk about this because you won't believe this little argument that they got into.
This is what I know. Roger Ver, CEO of Bcash, and Peter McCormack, Bitcoin maximalist.
Yeah, but that's like not doing it justice, I feel, because there's a lot of Bitcoin maximalists. There's obviously Roger Ver, the king of Bcashers, used to be a big Bitcoiner. Let's read some of this. This was,
I haven't seen this.
Surprising. But so how many people are watching right now?
That's a great question. And I got to pull it up. So let's go to the chat.
Everybody look at the chat, and I'm going to take a drink. And
Jeremy says, smash the like button.
Well, how many likes do we have?
We have,
maybe everybody did,
527 people watching, 292 likes.
All right, let's get to 350. Let's get to 350 likes, and then we'll talk about this. Is that pushing it?
It's Monday.
I don't want to push it.
340.
Okay. It is Monday.
And before we give our take, I'll just read some comments.
Yeah, okay, because the fun part about live streaming is the fact that we're facing our computer, you're facing your computer. By the transitive property, we're facing each other.
It's like a date.
If anybody knows algebra.
So Vince says Roger Ver is a slightly smarter child than Peter McCormack, who is literally 4 years old.
Well, that's Peter McCormack should be coming out on top, because in my opinion, I agree with his point of view, but it's just like, oh my God, it's so cringeworthy. The most cringeworthy part about this is that these two, Roger Ver, self-made millionaire, as we all know,
billionaire, probably.
Peter McCormack, one of the most respected, known people in the space. I can't believe they're wasting their time with this.
I agree. And before we read some, just a couple more comments. Jack says, your like button is the only thing I'm smashing during this lockdown. That's funny.
Yeah.
Don says, be trash. And then one last comment.
Now, why is Bitcoin Cash trash? I mean, it's so complicated and complex. When you first get in, you could agree with them, be like, yeah, I want to make payments with cryptocurrency. So yeah, the fact that, anyway, let's not get into it. It's just like so many layers. And that's the hard part about cryptocurrency. We've talked about it before. Let's share the gossipy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the value of Bitcoin is its censorship resistance.
Yeah. You need something that's the most censorship resistant and also the most undebasable. Now, we've seen Bcash centralized. So if they wanted, they could print more because, it's just Roger Ver and a few people, implemented the checkpoints, the tax, they were going to do the tax.
So let's read some.
And it's also not censorship resistant. Yeah, let's read it. And the reason Bitcoin chose to do smaller blocks, which Bcash chose to do bigger blocks, Bitcoin decided to do smaller blocks so that it can stay as decentralized as possible for the longest time. Because when you put your money in Bitcoin, you want to make sure it's safe for years. And money is all about trust. And that's why I think Bitcoin has it right.
We're at 340.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, appreciate you guys. I guess we'll just read a couple of this. And I do want to talk about after this something separate, kind of how cringy Richard Hart, who I used to like, is doing. But let me read some of this to you. Can you believe these two bigwigs waste their time with this?
This is DMs.
Yeah, this is DM. So it started out, this is a DM conversation between these two. Roger Ver made it public on Twitter, and now he just made a YouTube video basically saying the same thing. We don't have the full context, but this is the context. Roger Ver's the blue. From here on, assume anything you tell me may be made public. If you don't like it, message me. Share this, you C word.
I respect that for Roger Ver letting him know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you should do. I mean, that's respectable for sure. Besides that, though,
yeah,
share this, you C word. Hey, name calling is not an argument. I'm not calling you names. From where I am, you are factually a C word. And Roger Ver made it clear in this video, well, I'm not really a woman's private parts. So maybe he said maybe the C word means something different. And
Roger Ver is playing coy.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get it.
Now take a screenshot and go tell your dwindling crowd on Reddit. What are you going to say?
Also, this already, I have not seen this yet. This also seems better to me because Peter gave him permission to take a screenshot. So
yeah, it's not the point that it's the part that I'm noticing isn't the fact that this was made public. It's that these two guys who multimillionaire, successful without Bitcoin, but you guys know this deal. These guys waste their time. I would never do this. Now, then tell everybody you were the first investor in Bitcoin. Then tell everyone you were a multimillionaire at 25 and have created loads of businesses. Keep telling everybody the same shit. Nobody cares. You know why? Because you have no ethics or backbone. And that's what matters in the end. You're weak piss, Roger. Now F off and your failed fork. Name calling is not an argument. Neither is compulsive lying. And believe me, it goes on.
Actually,
yeah.
Crypto De Niro does make a good point. Look at the timestamp. That's from October. Just like a note, what you were reading.
Huh. That is interesting. It just got released publicly like a week or two
That's
ago.
right. So this is fresh news, but you're right. They've been harboring these feelings for months.
but like these guys waste their time doing this stuff. Like they're just like they like each other. Clearly they like each other.
Well, this is my take. My take, not who is right and who is wrong, but
we're saying you and me fundamentally agree with Peter's point of view.
Correct.
But this argument isn't about facts, as Roger pointed out. It's just about, I don't know what it's about.
Right. I mean, both are acting childish. What was I just going to say?
I don't know. Is that a yes or a no from Roger Ver? Have you, Peter McCormack, have you set up a Lightning Network node yet? Kissy face. Based on your reply, the answer is no. You are so passionate about something you've never used. Anyway, we can move on to Richard Hart. But
so from an argument's sake, who won the argument? That's the question.
In my opinion, they were both losers in this argument. And
this is, in my opinion, this is Peter. I would feel uncomfortable. I mean, it's not.
You would feel uncomfortable not swearing with Peter. If he wasn't swearing at you, you'd feel weird.
No,
we've met Peter at the Bitcoin Is conference, and he was a nice guy.
Super nice guy, super down to earth.
And that's his. When I first started listening to what Bitcoin Is podcast, What Bitcoin Did podcast, I assumed this guy was like a nerdy computer guy, and then I saw him in real life. Tattoo, he looks like a biker. He looks like Dan, the song parody man from the Howard Stern show from back in the day.
Right.
So everybody knows what he looks like, obviously, but back when I didn't, it surprised me that, Peter McCormack's thing is he's so normal, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I think they both won to their circles of engagement. No minds were changed from this.
I don't think Peter McCormack does this to get clout or get likes or whatever. I think Peter McCormack does this. I don't know why. I guess he does it because he has nothing else to do, even though he does. But I don't know, man. Let's talk about it.
But that's him. That is in his nature, was my point. And if that's,
it's just his nature. You can't make a dog not bite.
No, right? It was a scorpion a scorpion rides over a frog to the river, and in the middle, the scorpion kills the frog and says, "Oh, it's in my nature."
I like when Trump told that story. By the way, guys, if anybody is wondering what the hell I tuned into this, if you wanted a normal, valuable video, again, I want to plug this one. It talked all about the significance of the halving, which is in 30 days. I thought it was pretty valuable. I know a lot of people did. Let's talk about Richard Hart. I'm going to grab a drink real quick.
All right, cool.
Do you want a drink?
Nah, but I'll read the comment. I still have a drink, but we'll go to the comments.
Do you guys want a drink?
Oh, anybody out there?
Sandy, do you want a drink? Paul?
Oh, hey, well, just before you go, Tubby, I love you, Tubby, or whatever his name was. Yeah. Tubby in the house. Sup, boys? New name. Pangolin steak and bat gravy.
Dude, why did you pick that? I love you, Tubby was his old name, and he's a good guy. You picked a name that's nobody's gonna know what a pangolin is in a year.
You know what? He's not worried about. I get it. It's an inside joke for the people that get it and for the people that don't.
Ask him to tell us why the name changed, dude. This is something that Austin and I have talked about. Should we change the name of our channel from Altcoin Daily to something else? And the reason we didn't, Because once you rebrand, it's an uphill battle getting everybody to be on board with the rebrand. So Tubby, why would you change it to Pangolin Steak?
That's his new name, Pangolin. And what are we drinking? I got a little beer, not a Corona, but you know, a Corona-like substance. And Aaron's got some white wine. So you tell me who's drinking the manlier drink.
What?
But nothing, man, nothing. Sandy says she's just drinking Diet Pepper. No, or hey, just Diet Dr. Pepper. Hey, not just. He is a doctor.
Now Sandy
or she.
Sandy has been a subscriber for quite some time. I wonder how her econ class is doing. Pretty sure it's econ. Wait, maybe not. Maybe it's not. Anyways.
Pangolin Steak and Back Gravy did answer, if you're too dumb to get the joke, then you're too dumb. And he encourages us to change our name.
All right, well.
Jay Shaw actually did want to drink.
Oh, well, I'll get it for you on the next one. I did want to, I don't know. It's just like, have you noticed? I used to be a big fan of Richard Hart. I've noticed on Twitter, when he posts stuff now, sometimes it's engaging tweets, but people are disinclined to interact with him on Twitter because, you know, he always is shilling hacks. More than that, he did have an audience, you know, of average Joes like us on YouTube, but he stopped streaming on YouTube. Now, he says because YouTube deletes my streams. I think he just had the same problem as everybody else in the space. You know, sometimes
it got flagged, probably.
YouTube's algorithm would F with you if you didn't deserve it. But it just seems to me that Richard Hart is fading more and more into obscurity. He looks a little weathered to me. Do you have a thought on this?
In my opinion, I mean, we've all had the thought, let's leave YouTube. I don't think Richard understands there's no discovery going live on Periscope. He's not going to get the new subscribers and engagement that he once did. And when he realizes that, I don't necessarily like this, but I think it's necessary. I do like that he is probably going to discover that he needs to go to YouTube because that's where the people are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And another reason why we don't change her name, I kind of feel like, you know, we're thinking long-term, and I would be more inclined to talk about altcoins if I thought they were going to go up anytime soon in the context of what I already think about Bitcoin. But I'm just saying, like, maybe in the future, I would feel differently about like talking about altcoins if I think they're going to pump if we're going through, you know, a retail alt season.
The point is we are not going to be pressured, you know, to pump alts. We're going to talk about what we believe in. And right now we've been correct in the last 18 months.
Exactly. I think if people think about it, they feel happy that in the past almost 2 years, we've talked exclusively about Bitcoin. Now, if you didn't get into Chainlink at the right time or BNB coin at the right time, maybe, oh my God, I can't believe they didn't get it all right. But almost 2 years ago, when we started almost only evangelizing Bitcoin, I think a lot of people value that.
By the way, most people are saying don't change the name. They tune in no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'm just saying in the future, like if the whole market's pumping, you're going to want to like diversify a little bit to try and get in and out of altcoins. And, you know the thing, you know, the deal.
I get it.
Huh. What else should we talk about? I had some other stuff. Oh, man, I can't believe how big this. Oh, let's go to, we posted the live stream link on our Twitter. Let's go to that and see who commented below our Twitter, because, you know, we always like to read those comments. But before we do that, I posted this happenstance earlier today. How much Bitcoin do you own? Don't tell me numbers, only show me in emojis. And
any good ones?
I mean, how good can you get? But
yeah, fun.
It's just, I can't believe how many people wanted to show in emojis how much Bitcoin they own.
There's not really any questions under that tweet. It's just an office meme.
Okay.
But I think when in doubt, I don't think, and you let me know in the comments, I think during a live stream, there's nothing wrong with every 3-4 minutes going to the chat. There'll always be more news to talk about. We're here to talk to you.
If I ever watch a live stream after, like later, after it's already been live, and if they don't have the live chat still there, I don't watch. I'm always checking in the live chat. I want to see what these, you know, I want to see what these kooky people on screen say and how regular people in the chat respond to them. Hey, I changed our bio a couple days ago. Did you notice?
No, I didn't. Tell me.
Well, it's almost the same, but I kind of added this kind of thing because the Crypto Zombie had it, and I liked how he had that in front.
He has a camera?
Yeah, he put a little camera, and
nice.
I was like, oh yeah, okay, that could, you know, people on Twitter will know we have a video component, and I always wanted to add in, you know, because I always wanted to add in news and opinion videos, but 160 characters, that's it, and I don't know, I like it.
Yeah. I like that. Clear, to the point.
It's like you don't even notice how it's any different.
Yeah, a little busy with Surviving Hollywood podcast, but UFO Nut suggests a new name of.
You said a little busy with Surviving Hollywood podcast?
Yeah.
Oh.
Were we going to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
We can get to it.
I'm wearing the same shirt.
Ooh. But somebody suggested a new name. What do you think of this? AA meeting. It's funny.
That's great for like live streams. If we're getting a live stream AA meeting. All right, let's talk about this. So, hey, you know what? Let's only go for 10 more minutes.
Okay.
How many likes and how many people are watching right now?
Are we going to do the timer?
Well, yeah, let's do a timer. And I think let's talk about the most fun stuff. Let's talk about the most interesting stuff in the next 10 minutes. And that's it.
Okay, that's a deal. We have 480 people watching, 366 likes.
Actually, that's a pretty decent ratio. If just everybody who hasn't liked the video yet, because you're going to see, if everybody likes the video right now, you're going to see a huge boost. I'd say hundreds of people tuning in. But did you want to mention this? Because this is something we don't usually talk about. So people might be like, whoa, 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 I want to talk about.
Yeah,
I want to talk about crypto.
Most of you know this channel is pure crypto content. We'll bring you the Bitcoin crypto news every day. On the side, we are in the entertainment industry.
And we have a podcast called Surviving Hollywood Podcast, which not as successful as the Altcoin Daily YouTube channel, but you know, it's a labor of love.
And this is newer and we enjoy doing it.
It's something we like to do. And you know, with podcasts, you can only release them, you know, I think the bare minimum is once a week, which we do. And if you can maintain once a week for a while, it's actually a lot. Some people can do it twice a week. But the point is we actually had a pretty, now if you're a little bit older, you might not know this guy, but if you're a little bit younger, then maybe you are familiar with, I think this guy is the next A-list comedian, Mark Normand. Does anybody in the chat know who Mark Normand is? Are we talking to the wall?
Let's check the chat. He's very sarcastic.
The only reason we bring this up is because...
And Paul asks, where is this podcast? Is it in the description?
Yeah, well, actually, yes, it's in the description. Actually, the link to this clip is in the description. So I understand if you don't want to watch a 55-minute podcast. So I thought a lot of people like the Joe Rogan Experience. We pulled this clip and it actually went viral on the subreddit R videos, which is very hard to get into. And so you can either find this clip on our videos on Reddit, or the link is in the description if you just wanted to hear about this guy's experience on the Joe Rogan podcast.
And to be clear, when we say our videos, we're not talking about our videos. It's the subreddit videos.
R/video.
Oh, hey, Rodriguez 99. He knows Mark Normand. He says he's the shit.
One guy.
Mice Elf, what's up, man? He has no clue who that is. Up and coming comedian.
Like, that's the thing. Yeah. In my opinion, like, this guy is the next A-lister. I like this guy and Tim Dillon. Yeah. Next up. The point is, we're proud. That was a proud get. We really liked that. We were proud of this whole entire podcast. But if you just wanted to watch one 5-minute clip, link is in the description.
Crypto Nomad says, you guys actually remind me of Mark Normand. Haas.
Yeah, we're all in the curly hair club together.
Hey, Danielle J says, we love Mark. Well, you're going to love that clip then, down in the description.
Yeah.
So, hey, Crypto Nomads, says, I love him and Joe List.
Okay, let's put a little, I want both of us to get as real as possible in, I don't know, whoever sticks around for the remaining
30. Okay.
15 seems kind of long.
15 is, well, let's do 12.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
What?
8 p.m. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
We'll go 10 more minutes. A purely Q&A. If you want to ask us about anything, put it in the chat.
Hey, Bruce Lee says the super chats aren't posting. Not sure what YouTube is doing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
YouTube would love it because YouTube takes a small cut of super chats.
Yeah.
They would love it if people posted.
If anything, they're shadow banning the regular posts.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you saying? F you in the super chat?
Yeah. Stock market is going to go down still, and crypto market will dip with it. J Duke, that is also, in my opinion, the most likely scenario. It's all probabilities.
Yeah, what do you think about the old S? Oh, well, look at it. One day we've gone up. Looks strong.
Looks stagnant. Well, 7% actually.
Everything pumped today, actually.
Oh, never mind. We really did go up. Hey, you know what? I mean, I don't think we can.
Actually, we've been going up for decades.
Boom.
Zoom out.
Boom. I just think that, everything is, at least in the US, is locked down until the end of April and until June 1st, basically. That's 2 months of people not working. It's just really interesting to see when we start that economy back up again, if, whenever that is. We've never seen this before. We've never seen a time where we shut down. We have nothing to base this on.
So Bruce says, I tried to donate you $20 in the super chat. Thank you, Bruce. But it says the message did not send. And I'm saying I can't imagine YouTube ever. Oh, hey, what's up, Paul?
Paul was the one asking for the link for the Surviving Hollywood.
Oh, you didn't even mention we have a celebrity in the chat.
I said Paul.
Okay. I didn't know it's Paul McNeil, the crypto curator. I liked what Paul said earlier. Yeah, what's up?
And I would just say, Bruce, keep it for yourself, invest in Bitcoin, or save it for the next live stream.
I noticed. So this is the guy in the chat, guys. Paul McNeil, the crypto curator. And I noticed this the last couple of times, how he's posting the video possibly before I do. And then he actually said it. I love trying to scoop Altcoin Daily before they can post their own video. Haha. I even try to be the first to like it, but y'all beat me every time. Only once I've been number one. I remember that one time. I didn't even tweet it myself. I just retweeted yours.
Yeah, sometimes I just, hey, if you retweet it first.
But Paul is a good guy. If you wanted some guy to, he's a Bitcoin evangelist, but all around crypto curator. Sometimes I feel like Paul might be more bullish on certain altcoins than even we are. So I always appreciate Paul's perspective.
He's also a brand evangelist.
What do you mean?
That's what brand evangelist.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Hey, Jay Shaw,
his own brand. Yeah.
Super chatted. I guess the super chats do work.
Not the $20 ones.
But break it up 10 times. Jay Shaw says, Digibyte, Elastos, Quantum, BTC, crypto rules the world. I love it. My only addendum to that is that, I think the most conservative thing you could do is only be in Bitcoin right now. I mean, this is the most conservative thing you could do. So relax. Is that only be in BTC. But once we see a trend change in alts, that would be the safest time to get into alts. Now, if there's an alt that you fundamentally believe in, by all means, Paul McNeil says, I'm not a celebrity. Classic celebrity thing to say. Yeah, that's what Joe Rogan says. Hey, Luciano Armano is getting mad at us saying, come on, guys, you read my chat. And my comment, and okay, fine. What people don't understand is when we're looking, we can't look at the chat and talk at the same time. Yeah, it's exactly like I'm not ignoring you on purpose, Luciano. But now we are. Yeah, but now we are. What do we think about that Tezos cartel? Wouldn't you freaking like to know, buddy? No, well, I don't understand. What do you mean, like Tezos cartel? I'll give my opinion. What does that mean? Well, I'm guessing here. I hope not everybody's looking at the chat. That's where the action is. We're only going 5 more minutes. Yeah. If you're talking, I assume you're not talking about this, but my take was if you're talking about the heavily VC funded venture capitalists who own pretty much all Tezos, what do I think of them? So wait, explain that again. So there's a majority of people, and this is true for many coins. You could say this about Bitcoin, although Bitcoin did truly have a fair launch because a year and a half it had no value and people never thought I'd do this. But after Bitcoin, everybody kind of knew that cryptocurrencies, get in early. So you're saying Tezos is one of those coins where a bunch of elites got in early. Well, I'm saying that some people ask, what is Tezos? And in simplistic terms, it's a lot like EOS, only you have some staking, baking feature, and also it's way more, if you can imagine, from my research, it's way more VC funded than EOS. Now, a good thing about Tezos, though, I feel like they're making it incredibly easy teaming up with Coinbase. Whenever
retail gets back in, it's going to be very easy for them to stake Tezos on Coinbase. So that's kind of like possibly a bullish thing. But like, what is Tezos? I mean, what do they even do?
I mean, the DApp platform.
We have yet to see a cool DApp. Maybe one day.
Kotla giving us a little zing. He says, I heard that there are no hair clippers left in Amazon for a haircut at home.
So what do you propose we do? Should I walk over to the
I liked it.
the hair salon? At least this guy had the decency to shave.
Exactly. Hey, zing us again, please.
I mean,
at least me.
Hey, Austin, can you cut my hair?
A little rapport, but hey,
That'd be a good idea.
Kotla, I get your humor. I understand your humor.
Do people like when we do these live streams? Because sometimes we get the comments, hey, I tune in for like the normal videos, which is what our bread and butter. You know, this is what we like to do. This is what our channel is built on. The normal like 10-minute videos. I kind of feel like doing this just for fun. But sometimes we get like the haters.
I think Spunky likes it. Well, the best thing is you get best of both worlds. You get it all. You get it all. Spunky says, hello, everybody.
Is our mod still in the chat?
Bitcoin centric?
Yeah, is Bitcoin centric still in the chat?
Hope he is. Hope everybody in the chat mixes it up with Bitcoin centric.
Jack says he likes these. All right, cool. I like them too. Like once a week or every once in a while, I'm doing a live stream.
Jack actually said he loved these.
Right.
Thor says shave your heads, shave your back, guys.
So what incentive do I have to shave my head? Like, because I'm not going to see anybody except this guy and sometimes our parents, I'm going to shave my head. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't really play out. Myself was wondering, are we worried about the San Andreas fault splitting California open? I don't think about
it. With the recent pandemic, that's not in the top 5 of our worries. You know, you get us on any other year and maybe we'd have an opinion, but that's not in the top 5.
Bitcoin centric says, hey, we are all quarantined. What else do we got to do? I assume that's responding to us saying, are you still in the chat?
Yeah. Bitcoin centric, making it clear he's still around. That's cool.
Austin, what is the significance of 6.5 BTC?
Now, that's just a meme. So first of all, let's preface this because there's this meme going around. I think everybody knows that you need to own 6.5 BTC or 6.15. And it was started by American HODL.
Yep, it was started by American HODL.
This Twitter account, everybody knows.
I
like him. What was the funny thing you told me that one time?
The two funniest things.
Like the cool thing before, now he put a face to his handle, but when he was an anonymous Twitter handle, and he's
look it up.
Bitcoin maximalist. What do I type in?
HODL American or something. If you can't find it too easy.
American HODL.
Yeah, but he got a new one because that one got. I think it's HODL American now, but I'm sure it'll come up. HODL American.
Why do you? Oh, this guy commented underneath the one I had about like how much Bitcoin do you have with memes?
Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure that's the same.
He changed his name.
Well, the other one got banned.
It is the same. Why did he get banned?
For being a troll. The funniest thing that I ever saw him do, this guy tweets things that I would never think of and never have the balls to tweet out, which is
he's anti-corporate. Like he's not like trying to he doesn't need to. Like he's not worried about people.
PC, he doesn't give an
But more than that, he's like doing things that are borderline. If you didn't know he's joking, for instance,
right after
Kobe died,
Kobe, the basketball player, died. Hugely loved in the community.
He died with his family, whether you like Kobe or not. He died with his daughter and a bunch of people. It was just a sad thing. The biggest thing that happened in America before the coronavirus.
And at that same day, Roger Ver tweeted out how strong he was, like turned 42 today or whatever.
Roger Ver said turned 42 and he looked pretty strong.
Feeling good. And HODL American tweeted underneath, it should have been you instead of Colby.
That's how bullish this guy is on Bitcoin. And of course, Bcash is the enemy of Bitcoin. So that's just, how bullish this guy's on Bitcoin. But
and people are asking, but what about 6.15?
I don't know. This guy just perpetuates the meme of 6.15 Bitcoin. It's just a meme. And that's the cool thing about the crypto space with Bitcoin. I think it's like mostly with Bitcoin, but all of the crypto space, if this thing is to catch on, in 2020, in 2018, 2019, 2020, we need the meme culture. We need people making art like that art I showed you earlier and stuff like that.
Hey, Julio, and you'll probably have to Google this, but Julio donated $2, and he says, what do you guys know about the upcoming Comet Atlas?
Is that an altcoin?
No, I think he's literally talking about a comet. Although there is Cosmo, the altcoin. So what do we know?
Oh, that's cool. If this is, this actually seems pretty, space.com.
Well, you can read that.
This?
The answer to what do we know? Absolutely nothing, but it's interesting.
Well, it's a bright comet, Atlas, could blaze into view this month. Of course, this is what you'd want to hear from space.com.
Ryan says it's Kobe, not Colby.
No, I know you did. I wasn't gonna. You kind of did say it weird for.
You're right.
Yeah, you sound like some guy from Ohio when you say that, like Colby steak or something.
Hey, what do you know about it in the chat?
So when is this? I do want
go back to Wikipedia, or go back to just that first page, because it says it was discovered very recently, December 28th, just a couple months ago. And I guess the thing is, I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about. Stephen Hubb says tail might hit the Earth.
Oh, because if it was just a bright comet, that would have been cool. But if it's going to hit the Earth, all right. You know what? Let's wrap it up. How long have we been going? How many people are watching right now? Who's watching right now? We're looking.
Maybe the last time we checked the chat.
This is the last time.
And let's see.
Make yourself known in the chat and then make a smooth exit, I'd say.
We have a strong, about 456 people watching, and oh my God, 437 likes.
What a way to end things, guys. And once again, I do want to say, if you want a video, when we first made this channel, I thought there's tons of crypto YouTubers who, in my opinion, didn't do a lot of value. They just talked about whatever, and that's fun. But I always thought like our channel was, the goal for our channel was to maybe give more perspective, more value. And if you want that, make sure you watch the video that I posted just 4 or 5 hours ago.
In our final minute, King Mal says, I just joined. Well, you just joined in time for a final minute. We're just going right to the chat. Rodrigo.
Is there anything that would make you stay right now? Because I know there's some guy at home who's like, after this, I guess I'm going to go to sleep and then wake up and I can't leave my house. Is there anything that could make you stay on this chat within reason?
If we had a great question, but in the hangout, I don't, what is there to say? This is just a hangout. I don't hang out with my friends and say, if you have a great question, I'll stick around.
Exactly. I always thought, and Spencer told me this in college. He said that if you have a great night, your next night, don't expect it to be as good as that other night. Otherwise, you'll be disappointed. In the same vein, don't expect your night to keep getting better and better. It's going to be really good at a certain point, and then after that, you just have to go to sleep and don't try and chase it.
Hey, Bitcoin Centric pointed this out. Now it's 460 likes, so we have more likes than viewers right now.
That's cool. That's cool. That means people tuned in earlier, liked the video, left, and now there's new people tuning in. But there's really no point. We have nothing else to say. It's just going to be us and one guy on the chat.
Don Freeman says, so you end right at peak views? Hell freaking yeah, we do.
Well,
go off on top.
What was that George Costanza? Anybody like Seinfeld, that George Costanza clip? What he left after he told a great joke, or he left on top.
Oh yeah, it was he told a great joke. Got to rewatch. Derek Lee says, wait, Los Angeles is shut down. Buddy, America shut down.
I did want to point out something else, which maybe I'll work into an end of the video sometime. Guys, Andreas Antonopoulos, who you guys all like, he sometimes does Q&A sessions, and you got to catch him. And if you're subscribed to his channel, you do catch him. And he did one recently, and I asked him a question, and I asked him the #1 question in America a few days ago. I asked him, did you watch Tiger King, and do you think Carol Baskin took care of her husband? And he answered it honestly. And you were telling me that the show has been so popular that they might do
I'm saying
an
that
eighth episode.
it is confirmed they're doing another episode. The main bad guy kind of
Joe?
No. The one with the money. He confirmed it on his little live stream.
Oh.
Netflix is doing another episode. It's happening.
Oh man, it's like Andreas said. He's like, you start rooting for one character, and then you find that character's bad, and you, oh, this character's good, and then you just find out all these characters are flawed. And I don't know if Carol Baskin killed her husband or not, but she was definitely had some nervous tics, which like read as like disingenuous to me. So she might have. But Joe Exotic was the most likable.
Pavel LaFay says Austin striking with no hair cutting until coronavirus is gone, and then a dab.
Well, that's me who hasn't shaved my beard.
But he also put a question mark. So am I striking? John says Carol killed her hubby.
Yeah. I mean, there's just too many red flags. All right, guys, this has been a great stream. Yeah. Tune in for a regular video tomorrow, and we're all going to get through this lockdown together. And this was fun. Thanks for joining me, guys. Always, it's fun to live stream, I think.
Appreciate you.